back to another episode of Ideally, though.
Ideally, though.
I'm your host, Erika, and with me is my hubby, my bestie, my butterbiscotch.
Yeah, what up?
We have only a day or two until Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm ready to start cooking.
Yeah.
I got my shit about to thaw now.
Yeah, I
I'm
think we
ready.
wanted to hurry up and kind of drop this episode a little earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. We love y'all.
Yeah.
We do. This is your master plan too.
Yeah, I just figured, people are going to be out of school and off of work for a couple of days. Why wait?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, give you something to listen to while you're cooking this shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Throughout, this is gonna be a fun holiday.
It's something about the smells of Thanksgiving that'd be like, ooh.
Yeah.
It makes me feel cozy. It makes me feel like it's this nostalgia.
You know what? I like going to like hobby stores during this time of season because it smells great.
Hobby stores, cranberries and
you know what?
stuff.
I like going to like, or especially when I like my mom was prevalent in her like her arts and crafts stuff back in the day or whatever.
Yeah.
Like going to like Hobby Lobby and shit and just smelling it. It's because it smells so festive and warm. And
It
shit.
does. And I really didn't go any real arts and crafts stores like Michael's or Hobby Lobby until like I met you and we were like getting gift cards for your mom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It does feel that way.
It feels that way when you walk in. You're just like, I expected like see reindeer and frosty and like turkeys and like all this other like cornucopias, like all that stuff. I love it.
Do you feel like the holiday decorations are kind of mixed in, jumbled in with like Thanksgiving's jumbled in with Christmas?
Absolutely, all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I don't think they're too inseparable, to be honest.
Yeah, they don't have
feel
their
like,
own little decorations.
Especially now since like the country is kind of like, hey, Columbus Day, that bullshit, get out of here. Like, we don't give a fuck about you no more. It's kind of like, we're just gonna meld this into its like this is the season. It's more of the season part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels like everything's kind of bunched into it. Like, yeah, Halloween is separate, and even Christmas feels separate, but those two feel separate because I feel like they're bookends, and then like Thanksgiving's like the chapter of the book, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like just feels in the middle pretty nicely for us, and that's why it kind of feels like everything is kind of like looped together on this like end of the.
Are you used to like setting up your Christmas tree like right before Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, or like actually when like December starts? Growing up.
We'd have ours up for Thanksgiving.
Okay, so you guys kind of did that.
Yeah.
Was it before
not,
though?
It was. I don't really know. That kind of depends on how my mom felt. It just depends on where.
So
but it was usually before, or it could be before or after, really. But like it was like the whole month of December we had our tree for sure, and like maybe on the holidays on Thanksgiving I do remember seeing the tree.
Yeah.
So, but I do also remember days that weren't, and we got it done like after. So
yeah, I feel like I've switched it up a little bit, but I kind of like having it on Thanksgiving because it kind of brings something to the house. You know,
That's
so there's some years with us that I've put it up before, and some when I didn't. Like I think last year I waited, so it's just like I guess we could put it up before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We'll see how that is. What do you expect to be on your Thanksgiving plate?
I mean, food. I don't know.
No, well, like there are certain things you'll see like people making. You're like, I would never put that on my plate. So I think that the
Am I making
easiest-
my perfect Thanksgiving plate?
I would say yeah.
Okay, making my perfect Thanksgiving plate. I'm gonna have 3 slices of giant turkey breast. I want it like as fat as my face.
Like the breast part. You don't do the dark meat drumsticks.
Turkey breast.
Okay.
And some brown turkey gravy. Oh, I want that, ladder on there. I'd take mashed potatoes and brown gravy, but I want it where like the ladle is like pushed into it, and then they got the like volcano joint.
So you would prefer mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving?
Facts.
No,
I would much rather that.
Like
much rather that.
Dressing and mashed potatoes shouldn't, in a sense, compete, and mashed potatoes can't compete with dressing. So there's no need to have both of them.
That's your opinion.
On the
I think
plate.
you're wrong, but that's your opinion.
Mashed potatoes, I'd be like, I should. For me, I should never see mashed potatoes on my Thanksgiving plate.
I mean, that's you. Don't put. You just ask. Build your
I'm
own.
just
You know
thinking,
what I mean? My plate is gonna have some mashed potatoes.
Wow.
My plate's gonna have the mashed potatoes. I'm gonna say macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
I'm gonna say candied yams, and I'd say greens,
Yeah.
and then I'm good.
Do you do
Yeah.
cranberry sauce?
Not
Not
often,
really.
no. No.
I love cranberry sauce.
Yeah, I mean
It's a nice tart taste.
it's good. I don't have anything against it. I just don't do it very
I do like if it was me, I would say
often.
I would have turkey breast like you.
Mm.
I'm not really into drumsticks or the dark meat.
Yeah, me either.
Um, we stopped eating like pork, like ham.
Yeah.
So I don't tend to. I wouldn't put ham on my plate.
Yeah.
So I'll have breast. I'll have dressing because to me that's the best side for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would have some greens. I would have some yams.
Mm-hmm.
Cranberry sauce needs to be on there.
Of course.
I need like a roll. So I need like a brown and serve, or I need like a Hawaiian roll, or like Big Mama's like rolls.
Big Mama's rolls.
My mama biscuits, with some gravies like all over the plate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into, and I think it's like abomination if you have mashed potatoes or if you have like peas. Those things is just weird when I see those generic like Thanksgiving or
Generic.
Christmas
How fucking dare you, dude?
commercials where it's like, oh, there goes them raggedy ass peas and then them dry ass mashed potatoes.
I feel so attacked.
I'm just saying, I don't do the mashed potatoes.
Look,
You can have mashed potatoes all year round.
I
You
love
can't have dressing
I
all year
love a
round.
good potato.
Yeah, but you need to calm it down, calm the cholesterol, and then go to the dressing.
Cholesterol,
I just say, I just like, no, I don't like, I don't do the mashed potatoes. What about like anything that's a little bit more like from our childhood,
First off, grow up. Okay, go ahead, finish.
like pig fees or chitlins or something like that?
Okay, second off, grow up again. Why would you even ask me
No, I'm
that?
just asking. Were you somebody who was eating that?
Do I look like somebody else gonna eat that bullshit?
No, you look like
Nigga.
Stephen Q. Urkel. I don't know what the fuck you was eating. But I knew growing up with us, we did have chitlins. Like my aunt was a big like chitlin maker. My grandma was too. And I had it a couple times with some hot sauce or over some like
You
rice.
look like
And I
the
was
type
like,
person to eat it,
yeah,
yeah.
I tried it. And then when I grew up, I was like, this is fucking disgusting. And why would I want my house to smell the way that this house smells? So, we all kind of grow up.
So I ask again.
I did. I think as millennials, we were like, yeah, no, we want to live a little longer and we don't want to have the slave food
Yeah.
in our body anymore.
I eat a lot of pork, so I'm not worried about high blood pressure or cholesterol and
Oh,
bullshit.
Lord.
So I'm gonna be all right with my potatoes. You can take that over there.
You know what else is a kind of little controversial? I don't really eat like sweet potato pie. Like of course I've had it before. Somebody give me a slice. I've noticed I never finished the slice, but I think it has something to do with me just not liking pie like that.
Drinking game time. Count how many times I said grow up.
Yeah,
Grow up.
I'm just you know I'm not a pie person.
Sweet potato pie though. It's sweet
great.
Potato pie.
Like my grandma, my great grandma, my aunt, they can make amazing sweet potato pie, but I can't finish it. I don't know what it is. I'm just not into it like that.
It's just upsetting.
Our son told me yesterday that they had like pumpkin pie at school. And growing up black, we eat sweet potato pie. We don't really eat pumpkin pie.
No,
we leave that shit to like Kev on stage for the pumpkin pie shit.
Yeah.
But Atreyu said he like I liked it. It was good. I was like,
That's you. That's
Mm-mm.
you. That's you. Cause you ate hot Cheetos and shit when you weren't supposed to when you was pregnant. Now the kids fucked up. Your fault.
You know what though? He haven't had no sweet potato pie in a year, so then he can taste it and then see the difference.
The boy's tainted already.
Yeah,
he's tainted already. It's two way different flavor flavor profiles. Excuse me. It's way different.
And you could take. Oh man,
like it's. Oh,
so
God.
bland.
I've been tricked by a pumpkin pie where
because it kind of looks the same a little bit.
Except this one might have just sat in the oven just for a tad bit longer, so it had like a deeper orange, like the yams.
It's always darker.
Does. Mm-hmm. And I ate into it, and I was so angry.
Yeah,
so upset.
I can always tell the difference because it's darker. Sweet potatoes are darker.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, they don't put enough sugar in the pumpkin. You could probably make a good pumpkin if you you twerk it into how you put all the stuff in, like brown sugar and all that shit, butter into your pumpkin. No, you can do it. You can make a sugar.
I think it's gross.
I think they don't put enough sugar and stuff. That's what I think. I think you can make it good.
I've even had the pumpkin seed shit, like roasted and shit. I've been like, this
Hell
is disgusting. No.
Yeah, I'm not into it. I didn't grow up eating pumpkin pie. Like I would see, I'm like, no, I just never wanted to taste because I was like, I'm not eating that bullshit.
Is in my family we was sweet potato and peach cobbler people.
Oh, so that was like the dessert for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, those two. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not even a cobbler person.
Again, grow up.
I'm more like a cake. Like, give me a white cake on white. Like, that's,
What?
yeah, that's me. I'm not
Oh.
really pie, so I'm like, oh, we're gonna have cobbler this year, and I'm just like, damn, what do I get for a little sweet,
You know
a
what?
little sweet tooth?
Mix a sweet tea.
I need something. I need to eat something. Oh,
You
you
better
know
figure
what?
it
My
out,
sister
shit.
said she might bring a caramel cake, but the only thing with that is that how caramel cakes, I tasted it for the first time a couple years ago, and I was like, damn, this shit's sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I was
too
like,
sweet. See, this is the shit.
sheesh.
Just find a
I have
happy
no
medium, bro.
balance.
You got none.
Yeah, I have no freaking
None.
balance. Um, I mean, any last little words about Thanksgiving before we move on?
I hope you guys have a good one.
Yeah,
I
it's gonna be
really hope you
good.
guys have a good
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
You know
Yeah.
what I saw a couple of days ago online? Leticia Wright, the one who plays Shuri on Black Panther, the sister, she
Cheers,
got
yeah.
a wax figure.
Oh,
She
cool.
said I think got three of them. They're all
Nice.
like in her Black Panther gear
That's cool.
from Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, that's great. Like her and Daniel both got wax figures. She deserves it.
That's
It's
dope.
like big ups for
That's
her
dope. Oh
having
yeah.
it. I don't know the UK. I don't know if it's in the UK, but they kind of been showing props to the black actors lately. I mean,
I,
even though it's kind of more related to Black Panther,
yeah.
it's a.
I guess
I mean,
so.
it's whatever.
It's pretty cool. Like I don't have any objections against that. I think that's dope.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody's like, made into something like that or you know, solidified in something and what they did, it's something to be proud of,
Yeah, she's only 31, so it's nice to get
Yeah.
the recognition right now and not having to
Oh,
wait until you're like
very much
50,
so.
60 to
Yeah.
get recognized, or it's just this little small step.
Maybe it's even more motivation to do more, better, bigger, you know what I mean, and give back and do,
Hmm.
yeah. That's dope.
I'm like, oh, let's go past Thanksgiving, but there's one last thing I wanted to talk about it. So I don't know if anybody else heard about the whole Butterball scandal, but there are Butterball, like PETA actually outed Butterball employees who've been SAing turkeys.
Yo.
So don't buy Butterballs. I mean, I know it's like literally a day before Thanksgiving, or you could be watching or listening all
Oh,
Thanksgiving,
my damn
and you
public
go
service announcement.
look, and they gonna look down and say, "Oh shit, I done bought me a Butterball." But
Whoa.
this week we found out by PETA. They like hardcore
That's crazy.
mafia. They said they have caught, or they're accusing Butterball employees of like doing some weird stuff, like sticking their finger in the turkeys, and not like
Not to like inseminate and help things breed and like cultivate and like
no,
do
it's
things for
like
like
really on
veterinary.
some satanic
They
ass
doing
shit.
some not say
It's
Jesus
satanic.
Christ, satanic. What
Yeah,
are you
yes,
doing?
satanic. And also doing things like, they've caught them like breaking their necks or slamming them against the wall.
Abuse and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to eat turkey that's been in distress. I don't think it's gonna be good to put that in your body. I know it might sound weird, but like I don't want any. I want the turkey to have had a nice life when I cook it. I don't want it to be in vain. Like,
You look so concerned. I'm sorry.
because now my stomach hurts just thinking about it. Like, I really hope I don't. We didn't get Butterball. We paid $100 for our turkey, so yeah, and it wasn't Butterball, and I fuck
Yeah.
with Butterball too, like usually, and to know that they got some nasty like
That's a
inbreed
yeah.
workers.
That's enough to make you switch a brand. That's enough to make you switch a
Like, what
brand.
are y'all
Now we
doing?
gotta go over to somewhere else and find another turkey vendor type shit. We
Oh my
That's nuts,
gosh.
dude. That's wow. All right? How does that investigation go? Who? What do you?
I think PETA, and we've seen this before. I think they go undercover
That's yeah, right. They had niggas
because they
actually
have
there,
like
yo.
transcribed stuff of them saying, "Yeah, I did this."
Yo, somebody had to
So
literally see it happen.
yeah.
That guy will never, or woman will never be the same.
Oh, but who are y'all? Not to say that you need a crazy background check, but like, who are these people? Are this like in
Yo,
a deep country where they don't have nothing
yo,
to do?
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's very
Why would
nasty.
you? Oh, I just don't understand
Cause
it.
you have
I
nothing to
just don't
do,
understand
and
it.
you know what it is? It's like Jeffrey Dahmer ass shit. Like, you start off doing that nasty stuff, and then you probably never outgrow it,
You know
cause
what?
you don't
Yeah,
have the
that
balls
screams
to,
serial killer
right?
activity to me. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so like you're not gonna do it to a human, so you're just
That's
still doing
fucking
it to
weird, dude.
animals. And a turkey that we all have, like, gosh, what was running through the turkey's mind?
Oh God. Oh, that poor.
So nasty. Ew. my booty. Oh.
Did you clench?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I did also see so much stuff been going on this week. Like when I say we've been getting some top tier stuff, and that Butterball shit was top tier. But yesterday I saw that there was a press conference held. I think it was the attorneys for the Menendez brothers,
Hmm.
and he basically says that they should potentially get out by January 31st of next year.
Interesting.
What do you think about like accused murderers getting out? Them getting out? Are we like too much like fantasizing and like glorifying them because they were on a Ryan Murphy show? Because that's what lately it's been kind of giving. Like Ryan Murphy does such a
There's
good job. Like we're falling in love with serial killers.
there's always been a
Well, they're not serial killers, but
there's always been a culture that falls into that kind of framework. It's been a thing for forever. Serial killers have been notorious to have pen pals and things like that,
mm-hmm.
for a long time. So no, I don't think it's anything different. I think it's more in our faces mostly because of the fact that we have, I mean, phones in front of us, or laptops, TVs. It's available for us to see.
Mm-hmm.
So if word of mouth spreads, the show is impeccable. It's great. Don't get me wrong, but then there's a little bit of fantastical, and given to it, that it allows like this type of fanfare to
Yeah,
kind of grow, and that sets a dangerous precedence. I'm going to be saying that a lot, but I don't know if in this case that might be the right thing. I don't know. It's weird because a lot of stuff was framed pretty well off in that
yeah.
show, and we got to see a different side of a lot of stuff, and maybe there is some warrant to like them actually having their time served. Who knows? Who
Maybe.
knows?
I just think that with the judicial system, that if you're gonna do that, look into prostitutes as it's like sex workers who've gone to jail and getting life or getting these extreme amounts
Yeah.
of time who like
Hmm.
killed their pimp and stuff like
Yeah.
that, their abuser. Because seeing
Definitely.
certain women, especially black women, going to jail for that, it's
Absolutely.
like, so we're gonna let out these preppy white
Now,
boys because we like them, they're handsome.
if they do get out, this leaves the motion for a now people can go, and if you got a lawyer, yeah, we need to do this,
Yeah, make it
follow this
fair.
suit, and I feel like that's about to be another thing that we talk about shortly here. To be honest,
Okay.
I think that will be. I do believe that's going to be a thing that could be a wave over time.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh my goodness. Okay, besides the Menendez brothers, who's been killing it this week? Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
So Friday, after we didn't drop our episode,
Yeah.
9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
We're on a 3 hour time zone. No, so
Yeah.
this food dropped. I was sitting on the couch. No, I was in the gym
Yes.
and I saw the first little snippet of GNX
Yes.
on
And
YouTube. And then 30 minutes later, at
yeah.
9 o'clock, the whole album dropped.
Right.
And I was like, you sneaky motherfucker.
Yeah. I, what a what a way to just let the world know that I am this imposing force, like never having any real true promo, and
Yeah.
then nobody on earth is going to do that, and then literally like 5 minutes later drop the album,
Yeah, it was
yo.
like it was just all the audio, right? It was like
Yes.
five, 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 five. Like it was just drop, drop, drop. And I was like, hold on, I can't keep up. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
And then the album, somebody was like, the album's out. I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not, bitch. No, it's not, bitch. And I went to Apple and I was like,
Yeah.
you sneaky motherfucker.
Yeah, that was crazy. Waking up to a Kendrick album it feels special. That's like a Christmas
Yeah. It
festive
was like a
feeling.
Christmas gift.
Yeah, there's a certain energy and burn in the air that you can feel. And you were on vacation when the Not Like Us Euphoria
Yeah.
thing was, and it was that same feeling, that same exact feeling, from the buzz on the internet
Mm-hmm.
to just a feeling in the air. You knew that this was a moment.
Yeah.
You knew it was a moment. GNX is a
And remember, I
absolute
was like, what
fucking
does that
moment.
stand for? I was like, what does GNX stand for?
Grand National Experience.
And I was like, okay, has he talked about this prior? Which I believe he
Yes,
did talk
yes,
about it,
yes.
prior.
Yeah, it's the car that his father drove him home in.
And that was like what we saw in the video, the little snippet we got of
Yes,
GNX.
yes.
And we got 12 songs on this album, and
When he
I
was
was
born.
like,
There you go. I'm sorry.
this is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like to start, this is great to start off with these
Yeah.
12 songs.
Yeah.
And how do I know almost all the lyrics to every song? And I listened to it like a dozen times in
Yeah.
like an hour.
Yeah. I think day of drop, I got 8 playthroughs. And at that point, that was just enough for me to like really just grasp a superficial kind of understanding of
Hmm.
it. Um, since the drop, I have constantly been bugging you with things.
Oh my goodness, the internet is undefeated. Everybody's gonna go in like internet sleuths
Yeah.
and try to like decode
Yes.
every song. And of course, I
Yes.
can't keep up.
Yes.
But when I was first listening to it, I was like, okay, the first song that really gave me like West Coast E40 vibes was like Squabble Up. So that was the
Okay.
second song. And I'm not gonna jump ahead, but I was like, this gives 2008 hyphy movement. The whole
Mhm.
album gave me that
Mhm.
in a sense, right? It
Mhm.
was just paying homage to just LA West Coast.
Yes. Yes.
So when Whacked Out Murals came on,
Yes, that's track number 1.
and we kind of got some stuff, right? We got some stuff talking about Lil Wayne,
Yeah. Okay.
and
There's a lot to address in Whacked Out Murals, and we don't even have the time because I could go on a whole genius brain
yeah.
test on this. I look at Whacked Out Murals as the perfect intro to this album. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think it could be switched or placed anywhere else. It needed to be there to give the album its feel. It's
Oh yeah,
generalized.
it did.
This is what this is about. Feel.
And don't yeah, this is
And he ain't playing around. There was a real aggressive, haunting, like deep dread feel
it was
to
like
it.
this nigga's not playing, so y'all
Yes.
might want to step the fuck back.
Yes.
Hmm.
And
Even to
I
come after Snoop, I was like,
I
hold on.
love yes, I love the Snoop call outs. I love the Little Wayne bar. There's just so much to it. Every mention about Drake in that song is amazing. Every mention to J. Cole, every mention to academics, to Andrew Schultz. I mean,
Yeah, that was a
there
good one.
is that is a smorgasbord of like rap genius. Oh, I can't wait to break it down.
I
Like,
was so happy that he did kind of continue to kind of talk about Drake,
mm-hmm.
because Drake's been doing these little like subliminals on these tracks
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
since like he ended it with the Heart Part 6 or
yeah,
whatever. And I was just like, shut up, because he's not gonna stop. Like you, like what he said, you woke up the boogeyman. Like you might not
yes.
need to stop poking the bear before he come at you.
Yeah, and
So
I think this is just him responding as he should, because Drake has been he's been the king. It's internet time. You know
mhm.
what I mean? He's run it for right now,
Yeah.
and we now understand that the rule silence is golden genuinely is true. We've learned that that rule is true because Kendrick uses that to his entire advantage. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna say what I need to say on these tracks, and then I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say shit. I'm gonna just do work. I'm gonna duck my head down and work. And it shows in this album, and that is the direct like antithesis of what Drake has been doing.
Mhm.
Uh Whacked Out Murals opened up a lot of stuff for me. I think that Lil Wayne, just quick thoughts real quick. I think Lil Wayne took everything wrong, and I think his response about destroying and all that other bullshit um is unwarranted, but I'm ready for it because I don't think that Kendrick is going to step down from that type of fight.
I think, and just going off what you said, I was like, I thought you were cool. Like, I thought you were like, listen, you guys, I wasn't ready. Don't,
He was
I
not,
thought he was kind of
not at all.
bowing down, saying, yeah, you guys, it's Kendrick's time,
He's
whatever.
never
And then
said
he
that.
came back months later and it kind of felt like we're nigging on it, and then
I don't
kind of
think
talking a
I
little shit.
okay. I don't think with that first video that you're thinking of
Hmm.
is that same type of feel at all. I don't think that's where I don't even get that message from that. I
I thought he
think
was disappointed in himself, and
he
he
was
was like,
I don't think he was disappointed in himself at all. I think it was just a matter of him responding back then, and then he sat in it and
mm,
started seeing the
yeah,
internet and how the internet literally agreed, but then his folks in his ears don't.
probably, yeah.
just as much as it's the same Drake performance. They're both literally in tandem right now. Like Lil Wayne's kind of like doing mini Drake moves,
And like,
which is
calm
sad
down.
to say because but that's exactly what's happening there. The Little Louisiana concert and all that bullshit festival is also a sign of it. Like they took it from me. They didn't take anything from me. Nothing was entitled to. You have to work for it,
and you stop working
which is
for
also
it.
what Kendrick mentioned in the song. So
we all got the same 24 hours.
Exactly. So I think that there's a lot to be said about how certain superstars are handling their fall right now because they don't have the same zhush they used to get to work.
It's bad sportsmanship.
It's bad sportsmanship. Yeah, and I mean, I wear that shirt all the time. Hip hop is a sport. Shout out to Screw.
Yeah,
Shout
I love
Screw. I love it. I love it. I genuinely don't believe most of these big boys ever like truly really been in that kind of battle scuffle. Lil Wayne has never won any rap battle he's ever been in.
He's just kind of always been at the top.
He's been really good at the top, but he's never been in a rap battle where he's ever won anything. There's nothing there. So, and I mean, we have seen Drake more so handle himself. I mean, help or not with the ghostwriting and shit, handle himself. He stepped in the ring, but he got handled also plenty of times.
I think he's so used to kind of, in a sense, not even saying knocking somebody down,
but
it's like the Jake Paul shit, right? Like, I fought all these people, I keep winning, and then when a GOAT get in the ring, you like,
yes, perfect analogy. He's Jake Pauling it the fuck up for sure. Perfect analogy. I believe that Whacked Out Murals, every single time I listen to it, I gain more forethought into the mind of Kendrick and how he feels about what hip hop is and what he stands 10 toes down on. He's willing to burn it all down, and as the phoenix, it'll all rise back up again. And he doesn't care what foundation or industry he has to crumble to do it. To be honest, and I don't know. I gotta respect the not give a fuck nigga sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like going against the grain.
Yeah, going against the grain.
Fuck the industry.
And moving into Squabbled Up, having the sample from the Not
How
Like
you feeling about
video.
the samples on this album?
Oh god,
you feel like it's been used correctly, huh?
So finger licking good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Every single sample is a A1. Every single one. I remember like listening to it and saying, "Oh my god, it's one mic." Like screaming it out loud.
You can hear Tupac in there. You can hear Nas in there. I was just like,
you got SWV. It's just so much, yo. Squabbled Up has the perfect mixture of what we would come to understand, like even the video itself too, right?
The video, bro.
Yeah.
And then we get that video days later?
Yes.
Because Squabble was like really one of the highest viewed like audio songs I saw on YouTube.
Yes.
And also just a song in general, Spotify, Apple, or whatever. But when I saw the video, I was like, I can point out all these things like the Ice-T reference, and then the
Black
video,
Moses, the panther that usually kept up the table.
Remember that?
So much.
No, the Roots. That was their video.
Yes.
The movement, the new movement in 1999.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
then
like,
then you got the Boys in the Hood references.
Yeah,
there's so
much stuff, and I was like, I can't decode all this. Like everybody's working in overtime before Thanksgiving to like just figure out things. What song was it where I don't think it wasn't Squabble Up. Was it? What was the next song after Squabble Up?
Oh, one sec here. That would be Luther.
Okay. Oh, see, he had Luther on there. Cheryl Lynn. What was the song where he blanked out and everybody's trying to figure out what the hell he was saying in that small little 5 seconds?
I believe that was Whacked Out Murals, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
I believe that. Yeah, that was Whacked Out Murals. I believe
that has everybody going crazy.
Yeah, no, it is Whacked Out Murals. But that's been a level of like rap genius shit I've been trying to fit.
Yes.
I've been like putting together words and seeing
you like what trying to be national treasures.
You really like red lines and
look
shit.
At you,
shit
you like Dexter Morgan, like that stuff like pointed out. No, look, if you think here and you go back into 2008. Like you
You're
over there trying to.
she's really making no fun of me. This is true stuff. I like open the door to the like your
Yeah, like your
bedroom and be
closet
like,
is full of
"Yo,
like.
look at this."
How do you feel about SZA being on it a lot and Roddy Rich, and then having all these like up and coming artists,
Yeah,
including that mariachi
yeah,
Hispanic lady that
yeah.
he met at like the Dodger game or whatever?
Hmm.
How do you feel about him giving those people
It's back.
opportunity?
It's punching back at niggas like academics
What
and
did Axe
niggas
say?
like Adam 22 and shit, where it's like he doesn't we like they'll say like we put on more out artists from LA more than
Mm,
like Kendrick has and shit like that, and uh it's a level of them being fanboys and shit, but trying to disparage the image of Kendrick because he does uphold his West Coast LA
hmm
a lot. That's
I think
him.
they don't like that he comes off very like I mind my business, like he said in the song,
True.
and he's kind of more of like I don't really fuck with y'all,
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna fuck with the fake
there
shit.
is that. There is
They
totally
wish he
that.
would, then they would be kissing his ass, but
Yeah,
he don't want to
I
fuck with
mean
them.
it's they're on Drake's side because of the fact that he can go to like any type of like streamer XQC or some shit or whatever, right? And
Hmm
but and they'll
Yeah,
clown Kendrick for not going to
he's like
anybody.
literally like in the shadows. He doesn't come
He
out.
don't want
Drake's
to.
like I've said before, he's always around, so you can't miss him.
Yeah,
So that's why they're like Drake
exactly.
stands.
Yes,
Him, Maul, like
fact,
academics. Yeah, they're
absolutely.
just like ass
It,
kissing.
it's that with a mixture of trying to just disparage Kendrick and pull him outside of like make him look fake. Make him look
Yeah,
like he doesn't represent what he truly does represent. What we come to know him as since forever.
yeah.
We're talking since the C4 album, which is his mixtape based off of the Carter, the Lil Wayne joint.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like we know how heavy he is ingrained into his LA sensibilities. That's his home. That's his life. His Cali. That's it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So to try to do that, his answer to it. All right, I put all these people on here. I got SZA, which is technically I feel like it's a slight cheat code. It's SZA. Everybody gonna
Oh my,
love
I
SZA,
love
but
SZA.
it's like putting him and Rihanna together. That just gonna sound great. That nigga can
Yeah.
do it.
Mm.
He can do it.
The only issue I really had at first, because he did update the album, was like you had to go in and freaking be like Inspector Gadget, like who is this? Who are you? He wanted us to be playing Easter Hunt with his album. I was like, who?
I
I
think
don't know who that
I think that
is.
was strategic because as the album was coming out, if you go look at all the artists that were on it, they
Hmm
started putting out pictures of them together,
I loved
them
it.
and
Yeah,
Kendrick
because
together
then
and
in
things
the
like that. So I
studio.
think it was more again planned. We have to understand that everything that Kendrick does truly is intentional.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's
So you have
truly
to.
intentional.
That's why we're always going around trying to figure out this means something. He put it out on November
Yes.
some
He
22nd. What does this mean?
Kendrick is now the meme of that type of rapper now. And I
Hmm
don't think it's a bad thing either because
No,
we need that. All these different rappers should be able
keep
to
us on our
coexist.
toes.
He's that one that keeps us on our toes, that makes us think that when he drops, niggas got to put their glasses on and like read a book.
You gotta put your glasses
Because you're
down.
about to learn some shit.
Hmm
Or you're about to hear some shit that's different and experimental and it's going to change your mind about some shit or
It
pull you into a
it brings us back
culture.
to some Tupac ass shit, right? That
Yes.
we didn't really get to experience being 6, 7 years old.
Yes.
It's giving us that as adults.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, um, after Luther, we have Man in the Garden, and that is the one mic
Yeah,
Nas
I knew it
flip.
right when I listened to it. I was like,
Yeah,
all I need is one mic. So I was like, why is he paying homage
it's
to Nas? But
good.
we found that out during Whacked Out Murals when he said he was the only one that congratulated him. I said,
Yes,
wow, that's some like bitch ass shit that nobody
right,
even like really reached out and said congratulations on the Super Bowl.
right, right. I I look at that as who fuck with you, and who don't.
Yeah.
That's just plain and simple. So now that he has already like shown that he has that I don't give a fuck attitude. I'll
hmm
raise this shit to the ground. Uh that just can like justify the means.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And he
saying?
calling out, yeah, fuck, I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you. No, fuck you, fuck you. Like,
Yes.
because that's why I'm gonna be at the party. I'm not
Yo,
gonna be fake and shaking your hands. I don't fuck with you, industry niggas.
we have Hey Now after that.
Man, Hey Now was like, oh man, that was my shit. That's why I said hyphy movements
Yeah, it
was
felt
Hey Now.
super hypey for
Squabble
real.
Up in general, like right when he put at the beginning of Not Like Us, I was like, okay. But then when I heard Hey Now, I was like,
Yeah,
yes, exactly what I was
absolute banger.
thinking. Exactly what I was thinking.
Absolute banger. And then we have my personal favorite, Reincarnate.
I knew you was gonna like that
That's
because
my personal
it
favorite.
gave you. He had the Tupac cadence
Yes.
and he had the sample.
Yes.
So I was like, oh my gosh.
And I am a sucker for a conceptual song or album
Hmm.
or something like that. That's why like Damn is one of my most favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
Damn is absolutely incredible. Section 80 as well of his. Um Wall of Art, fuck it. But this song in particular, I love Made Niggas. I love the song Made Niggas. And it made me feel like this was uh his answer, his like right hook
Hmm.
to the Tailor Made freestyle
Oh
that
yeah.
Drake did with the AI Tupac. Um,
He's like, I can just do it with my voice. Here you
yeah,
go, and you guys are gonna recognize it.
yes, and you're gonna instantly tell. You're
Cause
gonna
his
instantly
voice
tell.
changed. You could feel like he kind of was coming from his stomach in the
Yeah,
sense. Yeah, that's what it gave.
yeah.
And we were trying to decode who the fuck he was talking about. I was like, Jimi Hendrix,
Billie Holiday
Whitney Houston. Like we were
and
just trying to figure it
it's Billie
out.
Holiday and somebody else. I can't remember. I
Why
can't.
can't it?
I
It's not
can't
so. I got it wrong.
figure out the other one. I can't figure out the
Mm.
other one, and I've been trying to, but I don't know.
Maybe we need to
I'm
watch.
stuck on a piano.
Maybe
There's somebody.
we need to watch Cadillac Records, and then maybe we can.
Maybe I gotta figure this out though.
It might
I
be
don't want to
Wolf.
look on the internet and like get an answer for me. I want to
I
like
tried.
try to figure it out first before I
Hmm.
do. But man, it's getting tough. But that's the stuff that I really really love. I love a story that you're telling within the song. To be able to tell a story within like a 3 to 4 minute song is
Yeah, I was like, hold
incredible
on,
to
you
me.
was on heroin, and then I was like, hold on, pay attention, bitch, pay attention, bitch,
Yeah,
and I was like, oh shit, he talking about somebody, he's talking about somebody
he
in the industry
lived
from back in the
these
day.
lives. He's
Yeah,
the reincarnation of this person into his present
that's
life.
fucking
It's such
amazing.
an incredible song, and I could just appreciate all of the different nuances
And
that it
giving
has.
himself his own flowers a little bit on this song,
Yes,
because he ends up giving himself flowers on another song, but it was just like, no, this is me, and I am him, and she is me.
yes,
So that's all
yes,
I liked about it.
absolutely. What do you think about TV Off, which is his next song?
That's one of my
That's
favorites.
our
Turn
song's
the
favorite.
TV off. Turn the TV off. That was my again
I'll
hyphy
turn this
movement
TV
gave
off.
gave it to me.
Yes.
Crazy.
Master.
Now he can't even walk down the street.
No, that man's life has changed forever. If he don't use that as his like tag forever now,
And then I was like, "Who is that?" And it was Mustard who was saying his little
it's
part at
so
the end.
dope.
TV off is one of my favorites because I was like, what I like so far. And I was clicking a lot of them. Like, no, I fuck with this song. I fuck with this one.
Yeah,
But yeah, TV off was really good.
crazy,
And
scary,
he was very
spooky,
strategic on
hilarious.
how he was placing it. Because you know how they be saying, like, some people like to say, oh, he's kind of snoozeville. So he's like, let me give you really like energetic one. Let me break it down.
Mm-hmm.
Energetic, break it down. It was
Mm-hmm.
like that.
The
I noticed.
sequencing
Yeah,
was
very
really
good.
something that you could definitely tell he paid attention to. Him and Dave Free, they
Yeah.
definitely paid attention to the sequencing of this album.
This album also to me was kind of a callback to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers when they said like it wasn't like your
Yeah, you can't make bangers.
yeah
And then he made an album full of bangers.
yeah okay
Ouch.
what do you want?
What more do you want from
And he
me?
literally was like, damn, I'm only gonna put 12 when I got 200 songs ready.
Right.
That's how it gave.
Psycho.
I said he would not just put 12, but he's doing
So
this on purpose.
we're gonna get to that. We are
Okay,
definitely gonna get to that. So Dodger Blues next.
that was good. It gave,
That's
like you
Cookout.
said, West Coast
Oh
cookout.
yeah, it's barbecue.
I'm about to be at one of my, you know me, I said my like perfect summer would be at one of my little Mexican homies barbecues,
Yeah.
like that. So it did give West Coast
Yeah.
summertime
This is one
vibe.
of those summer days just
Just
sitting
sitting around, but
around
yeah,
in the
that's what it
sun.
gave.
It's one of those.
It was that riding in your car with the
Yeah.
top down. That's what it gave.
Banger. Absolute banger. Now, Heart Part 6.
Let me tell you, and I'm just gonna give my opinion with this. I felt like he said, You think you about to just say the Heart Part 6,
Yeah.
nigga? No, I'm about to stump on that
Yeah.
record and give you my own, and it's gonna be 100% better. That's
Yeah.
what it gave.
It absolutely is.
And that was SWV in the beginning.
Oh my god, that sample is so delicious.
The best.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It makes you stop and think like, what was that moment? And you got to think like that moment where they put like the producer and everybody put that together and push play. Everybody went ooh, like you know what I
They
mean?
was like,
We
ooh,
got
nigga,
something
you got a banger.
because that's immediately what you feel. It's like a brightness to it. There's it's so good, and him telling the origin stories in TDE, and including everybody and shouting everybody out.
Everybody that came up with him, and
Absolutely.
and how he wasn't really about to rap, and or he said he was gonna come. If this person came, we knew we was all. I was like, he really gives everybody their flowers. I don't think there's anybody who can say that they're friends with him or in his camp and he didn't give them what they needed.
He's just a genuine nigga, like and that's why he keeps winning in his own way. He's genuine. That's all you gotta be.
Humble as fuck.
Humble and genuine. That's all you gotta be. Because everything else gonna come for you in life. Because it's all flowing to him now.
Yeah, because you're covered in the blood, and I always tell people about that.
That's such a good one. Yeah, the Heart Part 6 is great, and it is a key reason into a theory that the fan base has.
What's the theory?
Okay, so usually, Kendrick has never put a heart on an album. He doesn't do that. If he does, if it's on something, that means it's a mixtape. We know it. We know it as the Kendrick fan base that has been following him for so long. There's 6 of them, right? We've had 5 all the way through. Yeah. They're never on an album.
Yeah, so
that means that this album is not the only album. And there have been hints throughout the songs and shit that hints to no, nigga, I already said back to back. Meaning a double disc album or something. And you kind
of mentioned that when we were watching the video that the whole Nate Dogg.
I was like, that's a double album. That's a double album. And I said the Black Moses one, that's a double album. Yes.
Damn it.
Yeah, my mom had them.
You decoded.
My mom had them. So there's a little bit of significance there where as a fan base you go, he's got something else under the
I saw that, but I was like, how do y'all figure? And so you breaking that down makes sense.
He's never put it on an actual album before. So this
question though, do you think we're gonna get it before the year's up or right before Grammys and Super Bowl? See, that's another one. When we gonna get this one? Because I'm gonna let this kind of simmer. It don't need a lot to simmer because I'm gonna break down.
I fuck with the Grammys and the Super Bowl. I would too. I would fuck with it
because give it a couple months because I'm gonna talk about just where it's hitting all together. But yeah, you don't want to stomp on your record yet. Just just let it simmer for a minute.
Yeah, and this
24 hours is nuts for everything that's been coming out about this album.
Absolutely.
So what's the next one?
GNX, which is next.
Yeah, that was good.
Absolutely.
That felt like it was a cipher. With all these West Coast artists.
Very
Did it not
much
feel like
so.
that?
Yes. Yeah. Very much so, and I love that too.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was awesome.
That's I'm just how I'm feeling.
I love it. And then we have our final song on the album, Gloria.
That one has SZA on it too, right?
Yes.
That was really good. That one.
Again, another one of those concept songs that I'm just.
So out of the 12, you give it. What are you rating this album? Actually, I'm gonna start with that.
Ooh, this is a. Oh man, it's so close up there with Damn for me. I gotta say, given more time, this is gonna be a 10. It's a 9 right now.
For me, it is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
What do you feel like your top 5 songs are?
Oh jeez, it's Reincarnated, Whacked Out Murals. It's Squabble Up. We're gonna have Gloria, and we're going to go with. Ooh, it's that Dodger Blue. That Dodger Blue is something different. That Dodger Blue is something different.
Okay, let me see. Okay, my top 4. Okay, Whacked Out Murals, Squabble Up, TV Off. I'm gonna say Hey Now. And I'm going to say, let me look, because I feel like, oh man, give me Peekaboo.
Okay, Peekaboo. Yep. Yeah, I like that. Okay,
that was another one that gave me a little Peekaboo.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
So that was one too.
It definitely is something that this is gonna be a moment in time. I've been on Blue Sky kind of like hitting up some different YouTube commentators, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, and about this album, and it's been fun to like talk to them and them be asking them basically like how's it feel to like chronicle something that's a part of like hip hop history like
Yes.
this. You know what I mean?
And being on the front lines of it
Exactly. Being on
too.
the front lines of it, how's that? That's got to feel different. That's got to inspire something in you. That's like a different type of love for hip hop because I love hip hop as a whole. Like I really, really do. And I've been a sucker for beef since like the beef series back in the
Yeah, that was the
day.
shit
That was
on
my
BT.
shit. I had to ask my mom to get the DVDs for me to rent, and then I sat and watched them because
Oh
I just
wow.
wanted to all the time. I love them, and so like this has deeper meaning to me, like the beefs and the battle and like all that stuff, you know.
What do you think your predictions are now that we do have an album?
Hmm.
What's your predictions on songs that could potentially be at the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We do a TV off. We do a squabble up.
Oh yeah.
We're doing probably Dodger Blue. I would say Dodger Blue, and I would say even Hey Now.
I would put
Dog,
out
that whole album can go. I
it's
don't really know.
bomb.
I don't like. You can bring out Scissor for Luther.
SZA can
Scissor
come.
for Luther,
Yep,
man.
I was gonna say that.
Oh my
Or
god.
if you want to do a little bit of Heart Part 6, you can bring out
Oh yeah,
SWV.
yeah, yeah. Oh, it's just that's a. Oh, that nigga got like choices. I can't wait. This is the only reason, the only time I've ever been really super excited for a
I'm
Super
gonna be
Bowl.
honest. If Lil Wayne played his cards right because he looks up to you, I always thought he was gonna bring out Lil Wayne. Now
Hmm.
you done fucked up the
Yeah,
church's money, so now you
absolutely,
ain't gonna be there.
absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? I I think that this album is the album that is going to that has solidified in some of the like the Drake fanboys minds that like, all right, maybe this nigga actually, you
He's
know what I
that
mean?
nigga.
He is that nigga. Maybe
Yeah.
he's, you know what I mean? Because Drake ain't been having the greatest of years, so.
This week we didn't get one, but we got two lawsuits are coming up.
Yeah.
So what? Why Drake comes out and says that he's gonna sue UMG.
Yes.
First one was just because of the whole.
This is bots and
Yeah, it
it's
was like pay for play.
payola, pay for
Yeah,
play, and things of that nature behind like Spotify's like algorithms and UMG having having some stake in Spotify for that. Um, or well, all of the streamers actually technically do have some type of stake in
yeah.
Spotify.
I and then the defamation, but I think the first thing I was wondering is like, oh, aren't you with them? So
Yeah,
like
yeah, he is. Mhm.
I'm wondering, and you tell me if I'm maybe on the right track.
Sure.
I'm wondering, are you doing this because you are not including Kendrick in this lawsuit, at least yet, right?
Yes.
Are you doing this so you can get out of a shitty contract?
Yeah, so speaking, I mentioned months ago that something is off about Drake's position and what he's doing.
Always on
He
tour.
is
It's like
always on
ridiculous.
tour. He's always doing some songs. He's always trying to like why does he have to do that? Why is he such a cash cow? Why can't he sit down? And I
Yeah.
think this is part of that. I think
Mm.
that since the beef started, there have been like negotiations in the background with Drake's contract, him asking apparently for 600 million.
Oh wow.
Apparently he's asking for 600 million,
He wants to be a record
and
breaker.
he believes with these lawsuits and things, right? He believes that in order for him to not get that value, they push not like us to devalue him.
He tried to
So
do some
then
conspiracy
anywhere
theory.
else won't put that type of money on
Mm.
that. You have to stay with us type of situation.
It just can't be that it's a good song and
I exactly
we're
that.
doing the plays.
I don't believe that this is going to end well in a way that I think this is going to change hip hop. I'll say this. I think this is going to change hip hop completely.
Yeah.
If this goes to trial, do I believe it'll go to trial? I think this is going to settle out. I think this is absolutely going to settle out. We're going to have a complete understanding that like Drake is completely not like us, and in hip hop
This is really tainted
this
him.
is completely different. You've been tainted, and a lot of niggas are not gonna fuck with you. And if they do fuck with you, we ain't even gonna fuck with them by like attachment.
To me, I was like, okay, listen, you're gonna get burnt by doing this beef with Kendrick, but I felt like he was gonna come out not crazy skate,
Yeah.
but then this whole potential lawsuit. I was like, are you just trying to end your career, bro? Like, this
Right.
looks like some. You said to act, from what I remember,
Hmm.
when he was trying to confirm this whole cease and desist about like that,
Yes.
that was on some whole shit, and you
Hmm.
wouldn't do that. So what? So what is this? It's just contradicting now.
Yeah, it's very, very weird. There's so much in all of the documentation leading to, from, I mean, from bots and all those things
Yeah.
to um him believing that if they devalue him, he's going to have to stay with UNG,
Yeah, he's
get
gonna
the
be
same
stuck.
400 million he's already had, and continue with that same. It is a 360 or whatever the fuck they call those things. I
Yeah.
feel like he has a crazy type of disposition there, and I mean him and Lucian have, which is Lucian Grange is the, I think, head of UMG,
Mhm.
have not been cool as of late for a very long time. But the fact that Drake is doing this is why it's so important, is because this could set, depending on how this works, this could set precedent for other artists to go to their labels and go, hey, I want to know what's going on because I don't feel like you're pushing me and this, that, and the other, and I'm going to take it to court, and then and so
Yeah.
dispositions or depositions have to then occur. But the thing that this also does is it opens up discovery also on Drake. So
Yeah, it
the things
does.
that you
You
can't
just have to.
hide,
Yeah.
they're gonna come out now.
I just feel like the in paperwork saying also like you need to hear, it needs to be edited
Yeah,
beforehand.
yeah.
But would that, like you said, the discovery? So should we call up Pusha T, Meek Mills, Rick Ross about the
Yeah.
stuff you said
Yeah,
over
or
the
any of
years?
the
Kendrick,
fiance beating
yeah, come on
and the
now,
baby not being his.
laughing about him maybe getting SA'd.
Yeah,
That's a thing
yes.
too.
So I mean, all these things, as we in hip hop understand it, is creative expression.
Yeah, if you go to like LL Cool J, Ice Cube, Biggie, Tupac, they would have never done no
Has this
BS
nigga
like
never
this.
heard no Vaseline? Like what?
He's never lost.
Oh my
So
god.
that's the thing. When he's had these beef with Meek Mills, with Pusha T, who's came out on top? Drake. So he's thinking. I'm just saying, in a
Oh
sense,
wait, Pusher. It's unified that Pusher, he didn't win the Pusher beef. Don't, you can't
yeah.
say Drake came out. It's unified that
Well, I
like
want to say this though,
Pusha T won.
but with Drake as an artist,
Yes,
he is up there more than Pusha
that's
T. So
total.
I feel like it's taken away from his celebrity.
This is the same
With
argument they had on JBP, and
really,
it got riled up. And you
why?
just fired me up because no, he's not. Drake don't got the level of McDonald's money that Pusher T has. He
Really?
made the ba da ba ba ba.
Oh my God, I was today years old.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it like I know, but
No,
I
I know,
mean,
I know.
that's amazing.
Yeah, no, that nigga got, he don't have to, that's why he don't make records. He don't have to. I get in
Oh, but they about to
perpetuity.
though, from what we know.
Yeah, Cliff's album coming.
Yeah,
Cliff's
we
album
hear
coming,
about that.
baby.
So you know, and they cool with Kendrick, so you know that album
Yeah.
gonna be a banger.
And it's gonna have Pharrell on it. Oh,
Do
nigga.
we feel like Drake is crashing out right now
He's having the biggest crash out
since
and the
last week?
most, like, the most controversial artist crash out I think we've seen in a very long time.
Yes.
This is on, like, when they had like Wacko Jacko for like Michael Jackson, and like when Mariah Carey was crazy for
Yeah.
vomiting oysters. This is on that level or whatever the fuck it was.
I mean, think about even Michael Jackson, one of the biggest artists of our time.
He did the
So
same thing.
many people, SNL stuff, they did a whole bunch of stuff. He didn't go say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sue you, I'm gonna sue this record label for doing this.
No.
You could have did that to Weird Al,
Yeah.
but you didn't.
Right. Eminem made all types of fun.
Eminem, that's another one.
No suits, no nothing. So this really proves how like bitch made Drake
It's coming off.
truly is as
Yeah.
like a human being. You can have all the money in the world or whatever, but nigga, you just not cool. You are not a cool nigga, and you've never been the cool nigga. And now that you got a little change and you had a few girls or whatever, you thought you was the cool nigga. No, you're not. You lame as fuck.
Well, the thing is now that the whole defamation came out, the lawsuit or
Yeah.
potential lawsuit came out, and the album, Kendrick's album, come out.
Yeah.
Now, Not Like Us is back at the top 20 on Apple Music.
I swear to God, if you think it was bots, then
Yeah.
you finna be wild surprised now, because now you've made yourself look so bad that niggas are gonna fuck you out of spite.
Yeah.
They gonna fuck you out of spite.
Yep.
So now, just yesterday, I had my phone over here on my desk, and it was on low, and Kendrick was playing. I was just playing my game, had headphones on, wasn't even listening to it. And our daughter comes up and pushes my like it's on. I was like, I give him his spins even when I'm not listening.
Yeah, that's how we do.
That's how
Okay.
we do. Because now
8,562,000.
as a person who genuinely appreciates and loves hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
you show to me as a fan that you don't give a fuck about this art form and what it has cultivated
Yeah.
as a culture
Take your
and
L's
as
and
a
move
whole.
on.
Yeah, take your L, move on. That nigga needed to take a year off. Just
Yep.
take a year off and then come back with the most banging heat melodies to make niggas wave their hands and
I
clap and
know
shit.
you know that you wanna know that you think you know that she thinks you know. You know, whatever you gotta do. I'm just saying, because this album is number one in a
Oh
hundred
my
different
god.
countries on Apple Music, and when he saw that, he threw up.
Yeah. Yeah.
He threw up.
Huh? That nigga
So
was sick.
yeah, he was mad about it. He was real mad.
Nigga was sick.
I don't know what to say about Drake. I'm really disappointed in him because there's
Yes.
people who love both. Now they're kind of looking at him sideways because like, really, you gonna really do some bitch ass shit like this?
Yeah.
What is you mad about? You talk about people back to back wasn't a thing. Come
Right.
on.
It's this is going to be something that's going to, like I said, it's going to change hip hop. It's going to set a precedence, and we're going to see how things change after this. Um, I'm going on record saying, "Not Like Us" is the best diss
Oh
track
yeah,
ever
number one.
made
Hmm.
because it made an entire king kill himself, basically.
He better. He not gonna come back from this.
Not at
And
all. That Joe, that Tiger King, I will never financially recover.
stop gambling.
Yeah, nigga.
And he was just on a couple days ago with that streamer,
Yeah, I said that.
and then
Yeah,
he like
XQC.
turn off the weekend. Like, all right, come
Shooting at
on.
Steve Lacy and shit. This nigga's just petty, crashing out, sad, angry.
He gonna have a bad Thanksgiving and
Oh
Christmas.
man, oh it's gonna be a rough holiday season,
And Kendrick gonna be skipping down the street,
nigga.
probably doing a Compton
Poor
Christmas
Adonis.
parade.
Poor Adonis.
We might get a parade from him this year.
That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope.
Well, do you have any last words of wisdom before we head out for Thanksgiving?
Y'all stay safe out there. And stream us and Kendrick this holiday.
Yeah.
Huh?
And have a great Thanksgiving. Eat your plates.
Yeah.
Stay away from the mashed potatoes, the peas, those type of things.
I'm
Listen to Kendrick. Listen, like he said,
gonna
listen to
fight you.
us.
I'm gonna fight you over the potatoes.
And remember, you guys, we do drop our new episodes every Friday on all streaming platforms, but you're probably going to get this episode early.
Yeah.
And the visuals will be on YouTube at Ideally Though Pod. So like, subscribe, hit the bell button,
Share them shit.
and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
Yeah.